are going to study now? Tell me please, guys. What we are going to study? Separation of cream from a milk. Is it yes or no? Tell me, Ra.
Sir.
Separation of milk. So now, this is what our centrifuge mission. Let me imagine. For example, let me take this alone. So now, if you'll observe this picture, view image is not there. Maybe something coming. Okay. So imagine this is what we can call as centrifuge. So now you can take this one. So in this, what we guys will do, we will fill with cream milk. Is it okay, guys? Milk, understand, Ra? So milk is suspension of tiny droplets of like a fat, we can call it as oil or cream in a watery liquid. So the process of centrifugation is used in dairies, all the dairies, to separate this cream from the milk. So what they will do means the milk is put in a closed container in a big centrifuge machine. So if you go to that milk dairies, very big centrifuge machines are there. I have watched, I have been visited there. I have seen very big. At a time we can pour like 1,000 liters of milk, 10,000 liters of milk, like that it will be there. You understand, guys? So that much very big centrifuge there. What they will do means they will dump all the milk in these big containers, and then once the inside this centrifuge machine. So once the centrifuge machine is switched on, the milk is rotated at a very high speed, like a spun. What we should call, guys? Spun at very high speed in its container. So small rate you can see if you want here. Like suppose if you want to separate in our home, if you have a centrifuge, or else in our lab we have a centrifuge. So easily we can fill in these containers. We can fill the milk and we can separate around 1 liter of milk. We can separate 50 like that. 12 tubes will be there. If you take 100 ml of tube, 10 tubes we can separate 1 liter of milk. So you'll pour the milk inside these tubes and you can fix it inside. You can see here the person is fixing the tubes. Have you seen it, guys? Like this we have to fix the tubes. So we have to fix the milk inside it. Now if you'll on the machine, it will start rotating much faster. Do you understand, guys? Respond me. So it will start rotating much faster rate it will rotate. So that what will happen? All the cream, understand? The cream, very high speed is rotating. So the milk separating into the cream and skimmed milk. What we should call? Cream and? What do you mean by skimmed milk? Anybody? What do you mean by skimmed milk? Skimmed milk means which is free from the cream. What is that? Free from the cream. Once the cream is separated, the remaining milk is called as skimmed milk. What is the spelling? S-K-I-M-M-E-D. What is that? S-K-I-M-M-E-D. Skimmed milk, we can say. Skimmed. S-K-I-M-M-E-D. Skimmed milk. So that cream is separated out and milk is separated out. So this is what we should call as cream. And this is called as skimmed milk. Is it okay, Mamanish? Understand? So now that cream is lighter or denser? Anybody can say the cream is lighter or denser? The cream is lighter or denser? The cream. Your mother, you can ask. You can, if you are there with you, near means you can ask them. Near there means. So is it lighter or denser? Is it lighter or denser?
Lighter.
Lighter. So they are coming up or down? Anybody? The cream is coming up or down? The cream is coming up.
Sir.
So cream is coming up. All of you should remember the cream is coming up because of it is less denser. So the cream is being lighter. It will float over the which milk? Skimmed milk. So it can be removed easily with the help of our hand also. So the cream is separated from milk by using which process? Centrifugation. What is that? So, like that. Like that. Same thing. Nowadays, how many of you are having washing machines? Automatic washing machines.
Sir.
For those inside, Darun, if you observe, inside this, automatically the water will be squeezed out from the wet cloths and they will make them dry. Is it a
Sir, in dryer, sir.
Yeah, dryers. Dryers not. dryers ille normally now automatic washing machines are there. After washing, they itself they will dry. So that is, if you'll observe inside also, like this centrifugation principle only will be present. So washing machine
It will spin and the water will go
squeeze
out.
out water from the wet cloths and they will make them dry by using
It will
centrifugation.
rotate faster, sir.
Suppose you can see you have for example, you have a wet cloth in our hand. Now, if with our hand, if you're rotating much and much and much faster, all the water will spill out or not? Yes or no, Tamil Selvan?
Sir.
Same way in the
Yes,
washing
sir.
also, it will be spilling out with the help of this rotation only. So the rotation only, the spinning or rotation is only, we should call it as what? Maitrayan, working principle of is understand. So the method of filtration and centrifugation, which understand we are using for what? A suspended particles. So normal size, if the big size suspended particles, we'll use what? Filtration. So very fine suspended particles, we'll use what? We'll use what?
Centrifugation, sir.
But both we can use to separate what? Separate an insoluble solid substance from the liquid. What is that? Insoluble solid
Solid substance from the liquid.
substance from the liquid. That is, you should remember, insoluble solid substance from the liquid. Insoluble solid substance. So they cannot be separated, a dissolved solid from a liquid. Suppose even though in centrifuge also, if I give sugar solution, is it possible to separate? Is it possible to separate?
No, sir.
No. Why? Why? Can you able to say why?
Sir, because it is
Sir,
dissolved
because
in
it
it,
is
sir.
dissolved, sir.
Dissolved in it. So only centrifuge and filtration we can use it for what? Understanding.
Undissolved solid
Suspension.
particles.
Insoluble solid substances. So we people cannot do it anything. Understand, guys?
Yes, sir.
So we
sir.
cannot separate a dissolved solids from a liquid by using centrifugation and filtration. Only we can use it for what? We can use it for insoluble solid substance. Though they in MCQ in exam they will ask you in a MCQ which method is used to separate insoluble solid substance from a liquid. They will give you down like any one of these: centrifugation, distillation, fractional distillation, like that. Then what you have to say? You have to say
Centrifugation.
centrifugation. That is, you should remember. Is it okay, da?
Sir.
Yes, that is. Now, the separation of dissolved solids, sir. Then separation of dissolved solids, how we can do means we can done by a different number of methods like evaporation, crystallization, chromatography, and distillation. That methods we'll discuss one by one in detail in the next class. So that is only at present. Next, it is in this chapter we have like for example, if we'll take the remaining concepts in this chapter is separation by evaporation. Next what? Evaporation is over means evaporation is very simple process. Next one is what?
Sir.
Next one is chromatography.
Crystallization.
Purification. Next, crystallization. After crystallization, we'll study what?
Chromatography.
Chromatography after distillation is two types.
Distillation.
One is what? Fractional
Simple
Fractional
distillation and fractional distillation.
and another one is called as fractional distillation. So when we will use understanding fractional distillation and when we will use normal distillation also we'll study. That is what it is useful for your future. Most of our MBBS fellows and as well as engineering fellows, they will use this distillation columns, separate different kind of distillation columns. Majorly doctors, so many places they will use. So we'll study that fractional distillation as well as the normal distillation. What is the difference between them? That is all in the next class. And later we'll use separation of air also. How we can separate air is a mixture of different classes. Correct or not? Different. Yes or no? Like
Yes, sir.
and all. And we'll use last one, separating funnel. Separating funnel is the one more technique for purely separating liquids, two liquids. So if we'll study that, then that chapter will be over. So within 2-3 days we will finish this chapter. So with this I will stop the today's class. I hope you all understand what is chromatography and what is the working principle of chromatography. What is the working principle of chromatography? Dharan, Mavanesh?
Sir, centrifugation, sir.
Centrifugation, sir.
Okay, what is the working principle I am asking? Centrifugation. What is the working principle of centrifugation? Rotation. What is that? Rotation.
Rotation, sir.
Rotation. Or we can say what?
A
Spin.
high speed, sir.
High speed spinning. High speed rotational spinning. Understand? It is based upon the various densities. Various densities. Fine
sir.
particles is separated by just rotating the centrifuge mission with the help of what force? Centrifugal force. What is that? What is that, Shruti?
Centrifugal force, sir.
That's all. So this is all about the centrifugation. Next we will study remaining in the next class. That's all. Till now, insoluble solids in liquids. Next from tomorrow, what we'll study? Soluble solids in liquids. Is it okay, guys? Soluble solids in liquids. How we need to
Sir.
and what is the methods we'll study with the examples. That's all. Thank you so much.